If you're into nerdy or cool tech toys like myself, then you're in luck. In this video, I'm going to go over some of my favorite things that I've placed throughout the office over the last few years, show you where you can get them, how much they cost, and tell you why I like them so much. I'll skip over things that I don't like, and don't worry, none of this is sponsored. These are just the things that I really think are neat and worth sharing. And since there is no sponsor, I'm just going to ask you nicely to please hit the thumbs up button if you're interested in this stuff. And if you're curious about game development, make sure that you check out my courses linked down below. I've got a big sale going on them that's just about to end. All right, so let's dive into the first thing. What is this? It's actually a switch replacement or a switch cover. It's really easy to install, and all you really have to do is take out the original plate, pop this thing over it, and you now have a cool steampunk retro looking switch. There is one thing to note though, the switch is a little bit upside down, so if you want up to be on and down to be off, you do need to flip the switch over inside of the wall. Now these are available on Etsy, and I think the prices ranged from around $60 and up depending on how many spots you needed, but it is very heavyweight and hardcore metal. I'd say it's worth it if you're really into this kind of thing. Final note on this is if you do go install one of these, make sure that you flip off the power at the breaker first. You want to be safe when you're installing anything electrical, even if it's just a switch cover like this. The thing people ask me about in my office the most is my monitor. Now, I used to be a triple monitor guy with 3 big Dell 30-inch monitors covering my desk, overheating my office. But recently, I decided to try switching to a ultra wide, a 49-inch LG ultra wide to be specific. And to be honest, I love it. I will never go back. I didn't realize how much of the space I was wasting when I used to use 3 screens, and just how great it is having one big screen where I can drag things all around. It's also got some really cool benefits like the ability to do picture-in-picture. So if I want to work on a laptop like a Mac, I can easily set it up to drag things straight across using some software and have one screen, one keyboard, and one mouse without any extra complication. It's a great monitor, and although it's expensive, I highly recommend it or some other ultra wide screen, whatever fits in your space. The second most asked about thing is a whole lot cheaper. It's this little light that sits in my background that I got about a year ago, and I really love this thing. It's a cool little LED strip wrapped in a circle with a remote control that allows me to switch between all different kinds of modes. It fits in perfectly with my little Star Wars section, and it's one of the best little Amazon buys that I've made. It was about $50, and ever since I bought it, I started looking deeper into these lights and light strips and realized that there are actually a whole bunch of alternative lights that are just like this. So if you're curious about maybe setting up some RGB lamp, do a little bit of searching. You'll probably find all kinds of cool ones and maybe something that matches exactly your theme or your style. Now, if you're looking for the cheapest thing on my list, it's this firework bulb. I think this thing is amazingly cool for the price. It was about $6 when I got it on sale, and I just needed to find a cool lamp to put it in. I, of course, found this robot lamp on Etsy. You could put it in whatever you want and flip it on and see this really neat effect. Now, it's not very bright. It's not going to give off light. It's just for the effect, but I thought it was a really cool effect and a great way to have something in a lamp that doesn't blind me. Now, if you want something with brighter light and cool effects, one of the options that I've got in my background is the Nanoleaf Canvas. You can see the one that I've got for my main setup, but it died when I flipped the power breaker. My other one is working fine though, so I've just got to do a little bit of debugging and see what happened with that first one. I'm pretty sure just the control panel died, and I'm going to have to swap that thing out. These things are put together just by combining a bunch of different squares with little connectors to make a bunch of different shapes, or whatever shape you want, and you can find shapes from their website to come up with different ideas and inspiration. I copied the Pac-Man ghost straight from their site. Thought it was kind of a neat theme that really fits into the game dev style that I want to have in my office, and it adds a lot of light when you turn them up to super bright. The next thing I wanted to share isn't actually installed in my office, but it was too cool to leave out of this video, and it's this Legend Radiant wireless phone charger with a USB port. You can see it on Amazon, but essentially it goes right into the wall, and then you can pop your phone on the wall. You don't need a double-sized outlet like it would appear if you're looking at it. It actually just converts your single-sized outlet into a double one, adding on that slot while keeping your plugs and adding a USB port. It works great. I'm really impressed with this thing. Just be careful if you get one when you're installing it. Make sure that you know what you're doing and that you're safe about it and you don't bypass your fault protection or anything else. Now let's move on to my two favorite things in the office, the two things that just help me relax. The first is this extremely strange looking device, the Brio iDream 5S head massager. I saw this in a Facebook ad for way less than the price that they show on their webpage, and I decided why not try it out. I'm always trying to get my wife to massage my head and my face, so if this was going to do it automatically, I had to give it a shot. Plus, I just thought it looked really strange and would make for a great YouTube thumbnail. Now, when do I wear this thing? Well, primarily when I'm sitting back in my massage chair. And this is by far my favorite thing in the office. People ask me all the time when they come over, like, hey, Jason, this massage chair, is this something you actually use? Like, you've had it for a while. Do you still use this thing all the time? Like, is it something that you would actually get? Do you regret having this? Because I think they hear a lot of stories about people buying a massage chair and not loving it. But for me, I use that thing every single day, a very minimum 20 minutes a day, but I usually run through a couple sessions, unless, of course, I'm not here. But outside of that, if I'm at the house, you can pretty much guarantee that I'm going to use it. I've had no problems with it, and I just really love this thing. So, again, not a paid sponsorship or ad or anything, but if you're looking for a massage chair, these Kahuna massage chairs are definitely really cool. And one of my favorite purchases, I think, out of all the things that I've ever bought. So that wraps up my list of office tech for the year. If you've got things that you think I should maybe check out, share, or you're curious about that are hanging out in my background, or maybe you've seen in a video, drop a comment down below and let me know. I'm kind of curious. And also, if you're really into RGB lights or addressable lighting stuff, let me know about that too. I've got some lights that I'm starting to play with and a couple of ideas for some crazy game dev related experiments where we can kind of integrate in some cool lighting, some video games, some game development, and the entire process. Make it a lot of fun and, well, I think make it useful at the same time. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff or you like any of this stuff in this video, please hit the thumbs up button, share the video, subscribe or any of that stuff, or let me know what's wrong with it and, drop a comment down below and I can make a change. Or you can hit that dislike button that YouTube disabled and nobody else see. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. I hope this was helpful for you. And if you find any links down below, only the Amazon ones are affiliate links. Everything else is just a link straight to the site. None of this stuff sponsored again, just things that I thought were really cool and that other people might be interested in. All right, thanks again. I'm going to shut up now. Say, please hit the thumbs up button one more time and goodbye.